manufacturing as a share of the U.S. economy has declined from kind of 25% in the late 50s and early 1960s to less than 10% today. That's happened to most of the advanced economies. They become more service economies than manufacturing economies. I mean, total manufacturing production has not declined significantly in the US, but in relative terms has quite substantially. But it's a hard thing to sort of get your head around. Like, you think, the example that's used most often, and it's a good one, is a company like Apple. I mean, Apple is, manufacturing things, right? I got my Apple iPhone here. It was manufactured by an American company, Apple, but basically none of it was made, at least if we're thinking about making things as the process of putting together manufactured products. None of it was made in the United States. I mean, the intellectual property, the marketing, the branding, most of the value that means, I'll pay, $500 or whatever I paid for this phone. The newer ones are a lot more expensive than that. Most of that value comes from US operations, but the components are made elsewhere in the world. The final assembly is done by a contractor, Foxconn. It's got a new name now that's escaping me, but Foxconn in China, and increasingly they're expanding in Vietnam as well because of some of the fallout from the US-China trade wars. But Apple iPhones aren't made in the United States. And so if what you're concerned about is sort of the old model where you have people assembling stuff inside the territory of the United States and then it gets sold here, there's a lot less of that than there used to be. Whether that's a problem or not is a kind of political and economic judgment, but that's an accurate observation.